All right. So day two. Yes, this is day two of the Rapid Revenue Acceleration Challenge for More Profit Rocket. And so I wanted to give everybody who's following along or those of you who are joining us an update on my progress. So yesterday, I had a conversation with Jill Clare and I kicked off day one of the Rapid Revenue Acceleration Challenge. The goal is to get enough new customers slash clients of Profit Stash to bring in $21,000 of monthly recurring revenue and within 60 days. So kicking off on January 8th, that 60th day would be March 7th, 2024. So what I did yesterday, I did a little bit of quick planning and I identified local networking events that I could go to, namely through various chambers of commerce. And one happened to be today, a coffee networking event at 8 a.m. And part of the challenge is that I didn't have anything prepared. I wanted to invite people to an online event, but I didn't have any flyers. But when I did this back in 2005, I didn't have business cards, but I did have a flyer. So I wasn't sure what to do. Complicating matters. I played tennis late at night and I was going to have to get up early. And so I came back tired. And I told my wife, I said, I know I'm kicking off this big campaign, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go tomorrow. She goes, why not? I said, well, it's late, around midnight, and I have to get up early. I'm stinky and sweaty from tennis, and I don't have a flyer. And she said, well, and I said, well, I could be unreasonable, just go no matter what, or just be practical and go, okay, yeah, just take a break and get started tomorrow. And she said to me, well, it's not really about being practical. It's about who you're going to be in the matter. What are you out to accomplish? And it's not really about the money. It's about who are you here to help and serve. And started thinking about that. And I said, oh, yeah, well, that's the same philosophy I had back in 2005. It's not about the rapid revenue acceleration. That's simply a byproduct of going out there and making it easy for people to find me and people finding me and wanting to work with me. So I said, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I will work on the flyer for a little bit and then I'll either take the flyer or not. And then shortly after I said, you know what? I don't even need a flyer. I can just go and tell people about the event. And if they want to sign up for it, give me their email address. So I decided that's what I would do. Took a quick shower and thought I would do rapid sleep mode. But then I said, well, let me try to make a flyer. So I spent an hour and a half trying to make a flyer. And then took it with me to the event, but didn't pull it out. It was a small networking event, maybe about, I don't know, 20, 25 people. And we went around the room. Guests got to introduce ourselves. I was one of the guests. And I didn't do a very good job introducing myself. And admittedly, right, I didn't know how much time I had. Usually a lot of time they say, oh, 2 minutes or less, but nobody said anything about timing. So I just did a really short, compressed introduction, invited people to the event. And then as we got around the room to other members of the chamber, they were like talking. And I thought, oh man, I could have just really taken my time. It would have only taken 3 minutes and made a full introduction, told them what the online event was all about. But that's okay because it turns out that I don't think when I went, realized who was there, I don't think there's anybody there who is like the CEO of their business or the founder or running a business of the size that really would benefit or care about what Profit Stash can do. And but it was good. I got out there. It was good that I overcame inertia, got into the more of the habit of talking about what I'm doing publicly. And I did meet people. who I think could be potential collaborators. For one, I met somebody who is an HR specialist who is working with business leaders, and we're going to meet next week. He made a pitch about how he helps the business's balance sheet. So I talked to him about what we're doing at More Profit Rocket and the Profit Stash app. And so we're going to meet next week. There may be a potential collaboration in terms of joint presentations, talks, things like that, cross referrals. And then I did meet the head of the chamber who I'd met with a few months ago, but it kind of didn't. I dropped the ball and didn't follow up. So we reconnected. We're gonna find a time to meet again next week, and this is for the program where I do a talk for the chamber members, and then when chamber members sign up for Profit Stash, the chamber gets a percentage of that recurring revenue. So that was rekindled, and let's see if there's one other. Oh, and I did speak with a local branch manager of a bank, and I told her my experience years ago about trying to do workshops with the bank and how there was like the interest was initially there, but I was told that it was too progressive an idea to offer these types of educational workshops for banks, and the idea went away. So she was surprised. She said, "Okay, well, let me talk to my I guess whoever's higher up, maybe the owner of the bank, because it's a family-owned, family-controlled bank, and then see what she can do or see if there's interest." So we'll see. I don't hold high hopes for banks, but I think what was important is that I got into action. And because I know from experience, I never know who I'm going to meet or what event or what conversation leads to one thing that leads to another that leads to another. So that said, because I have a tennis tournament coming up, I am practicing again late tonight. And with a different chamber, there is another event tomorrow for networking, a business forum that's also at 8 a.m. So I'll go play tennis in a little bit and then head off to that event. And I didn't work on a flyer today. I was busy working with clients today. So I'll see if I have time to fix up a flyer before tomorrow. But if not, I'll show up and have conversations with people, make connections. Okay, so the summary is in terms of outcomes, increase in revenue, 0. No signups for the online event. Onwards and upwards for tomorrow.